piece of the puzzle has finally been added, and now Spartan Society is a no-brainer when it comes to joining. I'm letting you know this is a guaranteed way for you to make money. Now, this is no fluff, no nonsense, no foolishness, no shenanigans. You work for the government. You make a company. With us, you work for the government. That's guaranteed pay because they're obligated to pay you. So I want you to know we'll walk you through the whole thing. And if you're an investor that don't want to make a business, don't worry. You can make 10 to 20% annual returns guaranteed due to the fact that we get paid by the government. They have to pay us. There's no wondering if they got it or whatever the case may be. They have to pay us. And guess what? You get to watch us basically look through all the contracts, acquiring them and all that type of stuff like that, bidding on them. You see the whole process. So you don't have to worry, where's my money and all types of stuff like that. You'll see exactly where your money is going. And you'll be a part of the whole situation. You get to see us doing the work. You get to see us doing the contracting. You get to see everything. It's all going to be content made out of this. And this is a way you can build your brand. So what I want to do is go into the computer and show you everything that you need to know on how you can turn your business where your customer become the government and Spartan Society, where it's a guaranteed pay. You ain't got to worry about, hey, I'm going to start a business and I might fail. You don't have to worry about that. It's guaranteed success here. As I told you guys that the final piece has been here and everyone going to it. I want you guys to know that average pay could be $13,200. We're going to get into it at the computer and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do this thing. All right, we are in the computer. Let's go over it. So here is the best way to basically start a business with us, okay? So first, you want to start a business in one of our industries we're looking into lock into. So we have a lot more, but this right here, you got home care, HVAC, plumbing, security. We'll go over more when it comes to you being a student of ours. You'll see a lot of the things that we do, but for right now, we're going to use this as an example. Okay, next. All you got to do is make a website for that company and an LLC and a business plan. And we show you how to do all that really quickly. You can make that within probably 15 minutes, right? You can make all that stuff in 15 minutes. LLC might be the longest thing that'll take because you got to actually fill out a lot of information. So that's probably be like the longest thing that you got to do, but the rest of it, 15 minutes. Okay. You can actually do this overseas as well, which is why it's great to network with inside of our whole ecosystem. Get to know each other as students, get to know each other as members. Everybody should definitely make money, okay, together. Okay, MBE, minority business enterprise. So if you are a minority, we can do more for you. If you're not, don't worry. This is why it's very powerful to network inside of our ecosystem. Again, due to the fact that we have some powerful strategies where no matter what, everybody can benefit and make money together. Okay, so first let's go into it. This is basically like the whole puzzle piece that we was missing. I'm explaining how it works. Okay, so we acquire companies in our interest to make us much more profit. Okay. We get with government contracts. We own the company. We do not have to basically subcontract, so we keep more profit that way. The business, we basically just, so if we buy this company right here, and this company is something that we could do a government contract, which I'll go over a little later. So if we own this company, we don't have to subcontract it out. It makes us a prime company, and then we make more money, and we also keep the cash flow as well too. So that's really good. We buy the companies. We get the contracts for the government, and then we use our companies to go out and do the business. So what you do is you start a business in one of the industries types and the businesses that we own or control, right? When you get a contract and you want to use your business as a contractor, you can do a deal with Sparta, which is us basically, and you'll basically use one of our businesses that we own or control, and we'll do a deal with you, giving you more edge on profit. And then if you are a part of the fund as well, you have ownership of the company, also making money from the cash flow of the company. So that's basically how you can make money twice from one deal. So investors make money from the contracts being completed. Investors can earn a 10 to 20% annual return, as I said in the beginning of this video. So let's go over why it makes sense to become an investor of ours, and it's the safest investment you can place your money. What is the safest investment? Here we go. Let's go into it. Okay. So the U.S. government is the biggest customer in the world, okay? Federal agencies spend $700 billion a year on contracts, everything from defenses to training to tech to media, okay? That spend is legally mandated. They must buy from private companies to meet their needs. Unlike startups, this isn't speculative. It's contract backed by the most reliable payer on earth, all right? So you cannot lose when the payer is the government. Guaranteed cash flow, once awarded. When a contract is awarded, the funds are obligated in the federal budget, meaning the money is sitting there and is waiting for delivery. No risk or defaults, no customers skipping out on the bill. Your investment is backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. All right, so we're going to be working with Australia and everybody too as well. So, but right now, the U.S. government, your money is completely safe. Attractive ROI compared to traditional markets. Standard investment stock, bonds, CDs may give 4 to 8% annually. Our contract funds targets 10 to 20 annual returns, depending on the project type and the structure. It's basically a private credit, private equity hybrid, safer than startups, higher upside than bonds. All right, so this is something that we're doing something completely different when it comes to investors making their money, giving them a sure thing. You ain't got to worry about where your money is. Again, like I said, I'm going to actually show you basically like a preview on how it'll look when you are one of our investors. So I'm going to give you basically a little behind the curtain and everything like that, what it will look like when you behind basically with us and everything, you and our investor, and you will see what we'll be doing. I go over a little strategy, what we'll be doing as well to attract more people when it comes to investors, when it comes to the government, attract everybody to us. Also, if you are a student, how you can use it to attract more people to you as well in your business. Okay, bridging the critical gap. Reliable returns. The number one issue small contractors face is cash flow. The government pays in 30 to 60 days, but contractors need payroll and materials up front. Our fund solves that gap. Investors provide the bridge. Contracts get delivered, government pays, investor gets paid back with interest, profit sharing, and a lot more, okay? It's simple, front to float, reap the margin. Diversification of risk. We won't rely on one giant deal. The funds spread capital across multiple contracts, education, tech, media, infrastructure. That means if one deal underperforms, our others still secure returns. So you don't have to worry. We'll make sure that everybody always make returns. Impact plus legacy. Investors aren't just chasing numbers, they're funding the future workforce. Every dollar supports Spartan Society students delivering real-world government projects. Investors can feel good about making money and backing the education, small businesses, and the economy. Scalability and exit potential. Once proof of concept is shown, larger funds love acquiring GovCon funds, okay? Because the guaranteed revenue stream is there. Early investors have the potential for equity buyouts or bigger upside in the fund scales into the 100 millions pool, okay? So this is one of the safest ways that you can become extremely wealthy. All right, so this is something that we put together, something that we're building, and now it's here for you guys. Our government contracted fund gives investors the chance to earn 10 to 20 returns annually, backed by the U.S. government payment guarantees, while also fueling the next generation of entrepreneurs. It is safer than anything out there, it's scalable, and it's socially impactful. All right, so let's just go into the next thing. If you're going to be an investor, trust me, this is the safest place to put your money, all right, because you can't be failed by the government, all right? So student and members. Why should you be a student or a member of ours? All right, so let's talk about it other than all of the value and everything that you get with being a student, and if somebody told you about us, here's more, okay? So let's go over it. Let's talk about it, why you should basically want to be one of our students. You get access to government money you couldn't touch alone, all right? The U.S. government set aside hundreds of billions every year for contractors, okay? Most students and young entrepreneurs have no idea how to access this money, let alone win it. By working under our brokerage, you don't start from scratch. You can step into one of the businesses that we have already acquired, and that means you're bidding as a prime contractor, not stuck as a subcontractor, basically just chasing scraps and everything like that. We make sure that you play with the big boys, all right? So when we acquire businesses and stuff like that, you automatically play with the big boys. That means the money that you make is much bigger than if you start as a subcontractor. We handle the red tape. You focus on the work. SAM.gov, which I'm going to show you in a second. The DUNS, cage codes, compliance, proposals, writing, I'll show you all that type of stuff like that. Most people spend years learning this maze, okay? We already built the infrastructure and locked in certifications, and step-based, once we purchase the companies and stuff like that, we get to purchase people with certifications, all that stuff, we get all that stuff. So we got all that stuff for you. You don't have to worry about none of those type of things like that. That's why you want to start the businesses within inside of the industry. Don't worry, when you become a student, we make sure that you guys plan this out strategically so you can take the W. So instead of being buried in admin, you step in and run real contracts from day one. Built-in funding plus ownership upside. All right, so this is right here. Again, you can't find this nowhere else. Okay, we were the first people to do this for you guys. All right, normally students can't float payroll, software, or supplies. While waiting 60 to 30 days, okay, or 30 to 60 days for the government to pay, that could be kind of bananas for you. All right, but we help you here. Our investors back fund bridges the gap between that, so you don't have to worry about that. So you guys are good now. You'll never lose a deal just because you don't have the fund or you can't fund the capital. All right, even better, If you are a part of the fund, you own a piece of the company itself. So that means that not only are you getting contract profits, but you're also getting cash flow distribution as a part of being a part of the owner of the business. So, that's pretty good for you right there. So another thing, as you guys know, with us, you learn while you earn. We don't do the textbook stuff over here. This is not textbook theory. You'll be working on actual government projects through companies that already have the credibility and structured in place. So again, we acquire the businesses so we don't have to build them. All right. So that's why we buy them. We buy them so we don't have to build them. So by the time you graduate from our program, you'll have contract wins on your resume and business equity in your pocket. Leverage most entrepreneurs won't see until decades later. Okay. Some people won't even see it at all, but that's what we make sure. As I said at the very beginning, our goal is to make sure when you walk down that aisle of ours that you don't leave broke. You have businesses, you have things in your belt, and you can take care of your family, and you might already have generational wealth. So that is our goal here. Shared success equal less risk, more upside. Starting solo, you carry 100% of the risk. Under our brokerage, you're a part of the team that shares knowledge, resources, and safety nets. When one student wins, everyone benefits because the brand, credibility, fun, and the companies that are tied together. One victory raises the value of the whole network. Okay, so as you guys remember in the classes, for those who watch this that are a part of Sparta, you already know. When you do this by yourself, you have a 20 to 25% chance of succeeding. When you do it with a group, it's 60 to 75% chance of succeeding. So with this right here, you're already inside of the boat of success. Path to build your own empire. The goal isn't to just keep you stuck under us forever. Once you master the game, you'll be positioned to spin off on your own government business with contracts, investors, and a proven track record already behind you. Think of us as a launch pad, not a cage. If you try to enter government contracting alone, you will spend years trying to figure out the paperwork alone, okay? With us, you'll get the contracts, funding, mentorship, and even ownership in established companies from day one. You just don't learn business, you own a business that can even earn you 6 figures to 7 figures straight out of the gate. So where can you get that? And again, no fluff, no BS, no nonsense, no shenanigans. This is real stuff right here. And also, we don't do no courses, no videos to watch, and whatever the case may be. There are classrooms. All right, there are classrooms where you come and we do this together. We build everything together. Come to class, you'll see. All right, if your friend is telling you about us, they're not lying. This is a real thing. So why do we choose this model? Number one, massive market. The U.S. government is the largest buyer in the world. In 2024, they awarded $760 billion in contracts. That pie just keep growing, by the way, just to let you know that, especially in defense, infrastructure, tech, and education, which we are in education. Now, number two, this is definitely why we chose it. Guaranteed payer. Uncle Sam does not bounce checks. Once we win a contract, that money is ours, all right? So next, set aside for small businesses, 23%, which is you guys, all right? So that's you. You guys will be the small businesses. Federal contracts are legally required to go to small businesses, which means they have to pay us, okay? They have to pay us. Now, if you add certifications, so minorities, women, hub zone, veteran owned, if you have these type of businesses, trust me, there's even more money that you guys can get that bigger players can't, okay? So don't worry. Let me show you something real quick. Let me put you guys on game. We are already working on it for you guys. So if you're a minority, we got you. If you're a woman, we got you. Don't worry. We got you. We're going to make sure that money is in your pocket at all times, all right? So number 4, repeat work. If we perform well, agencies like to keep us around, okay? They like to keep us. So it's basically like affinity money, basically. One contract often leads to renewals or spinoffs. Next. Last one, high valuation industry. GovCon businesses get acquired extremely fast and at high multiples because buyers know that they can come with recurrent revenue and sticky government clients. Okay, so just know that it's a W when it comes to this right here. Okay, so remember, if you are a student of ours, we always talk about getting acquired and everything like that. This is one of the biggest ways and the fastest ways to get acquired because if you have the government as your client, as your customer, trust me, who wouldn't want to own that company? All right. So that's that right here. Let's go over how it basically just how it will look behind the scenes. All right. So we on sam.gov. Okay. Uncle Sam right here. So we basically we're looking for contracts right now. You guys will learn how to do all this and stuff like that in class. So we're basically looking for contracts, right? Looking for contracts and we're just basically looking for them. You can pick any of these guys, which is why you see we choose HVACs and like real estate companies and stuff like that. That's why we buy those stuff like that. So as you can see, we repair roofs and all that stuff like that. So we can choose any of these. This is actual government website. Okay, this is the government's website. So we're to say that we wanted to repair this roof right here, right? So we see this is Department of Defense. This is the agency. This is who's hiring us. All right. So this is basically this is the government. Okay, Department of the Army. Okay, this is sub tier. So this is the description and everything like that. It's basically you got a contact, and then here's all the documents that they basically look for. This is what they want you to go check out and stuff like that. So it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. As you can see, it's 36 pages and it's 4 things. So just want you to know, again, you're dealing with the government. Again, you're dealing with the government here. Well, sorry about that. So you see, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Everything right here. All that stuff is right here. Again, it's a lot of reading, but don't worry. This is what we're here for. We had a lot of things set up for all this stuff right here. So you see all the stuff right here. This is basically like you see. This is real stuff. All right, real stuff. 100% real stuff. All right, so once we do that, we bid for the contract. We bid for everything right here. You guys get to see all this stuff going on. I'm not gonna go through it right now, but we bid for everything right now. We bid for it right there. And then you guys see the whole process. When we go out there, send our contractors out there, we go out there, and for the people, and for the students who we have, if you are part of basically that company, for example, with this right here, if we sent you out on this deal right here to go fix this house roof right here, what we will do is send you out there and you make content for your business. So you make content for your social medias and all that stuff like that, and people know what you do, all that stuff like that. This would be really good for you, for Sparta, for the investors, for the government. Everybody see these type of things like that, showing what we do. So when it comes to here, you'll be able to see the government contracts all right here. So you get to see everything right here. You get to see all the stuff. You get to see all the ones that completed, ones that bid and placing bids and stuff like that, and the compliances and all that stuff like that. So you get to see all that type of stuff like that. Another thing that you guys would be able to check is Sparta Capital, which you basically go here and you go to government contracts, and you will see again projects, compliance, expansion. These are basically if we're doing more spin outs and stuff like that, more candidates and stuff. So you gotta have it all that here. And then you do proposal writing. This is where if you are doing it yourself, right, which again, this is what the goal for all of you guys to start your own business and stuff like that, and you guys be subcontractors under us. And then, you know, as we your brokerage, you have all the stuff right here. So I'll show you in class how to use this thing, where this thing basically set up proposals for you. So you can basically win the bid and then do the job. And then you just click right here and it takes you to sam.gov, which is where we at right here. So it's basically all this stuff right here, which is right here. All right, so that's that there. And this is reasons why you want to be a part of Sparta. Hands down, the best opportunity on the planet. And by the way, this isn't some type of trend thing, because trust me, it's very difficult to get into this field. So you won't have to worry about a lot of people trying to copy to be this and to get into this. And it's not oversaturated, nothing like that, due to the fact that it's very difficult to do this. But for us, it's be pretty simple. All you got to do is to make a website and then get an LLC, and we do the rest for you. All right. So that's that. And if you're an investor, guaranteed money, success. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff like that. We will basically make your investment back. So safest place, to put your money. And as you can see, it's 100% everything's with the government.